Hi, if you're new here, my name is Ted Kraushaar. Welcome to my channel, Leads to Sales, where I discuss the use of organic traffic from YouTube and Google to maximize your lead generation efforts. And if you have seen me before, welcome back. And after you've gone through, hopefully you've gone through my 10-part series on 24 hours to leads for real estate agents. If you haven't, I'd recommend you go and take a look at that. The link to the opt-in page is below, where you can enter and get onto my mailing list. But you can also start the process of going through a 10-part series. There's one part every day to the end of that time, and where I discuss different elements of the challenges of real estate lead generation and target marketing and all kinds of things. So I think you get a lot out of that. But one of the things I mentioned early in that series was how important it is to secure know, like, and trust in your real estate lead generation strategies. And honestly, that's no different than anything else that you do in real estate. It's relationship based, and you know what is it that you promote? What's your brand? What's your persona? Truthfully, anybody. I'm not gonna say anybody. I shouldn't say that. Don't get mad at me. Lots of people can do real estate in terms of the transaction, the operational side of it. But what is it about you? What is your brand? And your brand, truthfully, is your personhood. It's your personality. It's the things that you bring to solve the problems of your clients, whether they're buyers or sellers. And so what I wanted to do in this video is start to put together some answers to problems that you'll be facing as you must absolutely pivot towards using social media. It's as scary as that can be. Doesn't have to be scary. So what I'd like to do is for the next few minutes talk about the elements of know, like, and trust related to the methodologies of using YouTube and Google to get yourself ranked quickly. So let's get started on that. So the first of these is know, and I think, in fact, this may be the most important element of the know, like, and trust, because there's two parts to this, right? There's what you know as a professional, and getting them to know you. So you have a great benefit by some of the strategies that we've talked about in the series to understand what it is that your potential client is looking for. And again, just real briefly, they're looking for things based upon their search intent. So that's why it's important to understand search terms and volumes, and are people looking for a particular area? Are they looking for a particular problem to be solved? And then you would use that as content to give you ideas as to how am I going to explain my particular skill set in a way that will answer that. So you can then basically control the narrative through the entirety of what's effectively a virtual interview. And remember, that doesn't take much. It doesn't take much of a conversation to then secure that business arrangement. So I think you'll be in a really good position for that. So the next element is like. That's one of my favorite parts. I mean, I like to be liked. I'm probably more gregarious than some people in my family. But there is a limit to that. Some people just don't like me. And it is what it is, and I am who I am, and I'm unapologetic about the way I live my life. There's things, for my personal Facebook profile, or what have you. I don't pretend to be somebody I'm not. And if that means people will like me or not like me, I can't help that. I think I learned a long time ago that it doesn't matter if everybody likes you. Everybody's not going to like you, but there's probably enough people out there, particularly when you're talking about the levels of traffic that come from being in an organic listing on YouTube and Google, which is what we talk about ultimately in this program. That you'll have enough people who like you, who connect with you, who like your personality, and whether you're more introverted or whether you're more extroverted. Just be yourself on camera. And I know it's difficult, but the thing is, do what I'm doing right now, which is just turn that camera on yourself and start talking until you can get more comfortable. And, I'm sure you've been through business meetings that, early on in your career, it was very difficult to talk in front of people. but then you learned by doing and you became more confident, because the truth is I'm looking and talking to the camera one person at a time. And that's how the conversation goes. One person at a time. I'm not talking to vast volumes of people right now. I'm talking to you. Same way. Turn that camera on and talk to one person about who you are. And, I think that you'll get enough people who like you and who want to be, and do business with you. Okay. The last element is trust. And, one of the things that I brought up in one of the earlier trainings, I think it was maybe my first or second video in the 10-part series, so go back and look at that if you haven't, is how most people, most buyers, and I believe most sellers, from a survey from the National Association of Realtors survey of home buyers and sellers from just last year, the vast majority of people use real estate agents for their acquisitions. And so that's good news. Even in, when you're competing with online or FSBOs, that type of thing, people still like the personal touch of going with a person who knows what they're doing. And that is foundational to trust. And that most people, I think it was buyers, go with the first agent that they talk to. So you need to be in front of that person, those people. And again, the series talks about strategies to get in front of them based upon keyword research. I'm not going to get down that path. But give people a reason to trust you. And with doing it on one video or a series of videos, people can look at that at all times. And it's very efficient use of marketing space. And so, again, it's related to like and know and like, the trust element, but use the opportunity to tell people what your brand is, who you are, what your ethics are, what your interests are. From being, whether you're, a mom or dad, if you got kids, if you're single, it doesn't matter. I think it's a matter of showing your personality, showing your understanding of the market, like I said earlier, and all the different elements. Think about some things that people might be worried about. And I refer back to my series talking about some strategies that you can use to talk through some of the concerns that people have. For example, the types of things that they need to do to fix their homes up for sale, or VA loans, some of the complications, some of those, I gave like 10 of those things in one of my videos. So again, it's just a matter of bringing who you are to the camera. And I think that'll go a long way. So thanks for watching. Hopefully I was able to demystify some of the know, like, and trust element related to putting together a strategy for lead generation using YouTube. And there is definitely more to talk about, and again, if you haven't already signed up for my free 10-part series on 24 hours to lead for real estate agents, go ahead and click in the description below. And if you wouldn't mind, add a like to this video. That helps with the algorithm and ranking and stuff like that. I appreciate it. And also leave a comment, or what are some of the things that you've learned about know, like, and trust, some of the challenges that you have. I think as you realize how important it is for yourself as you go on YouTube, and there's people that you follow, there's influencers out there that you follow. There's a reason for that, and before I forget to mention it, see what they do, and what are things that they leverage that get your attention, and but use that and be yourself, right? Don't copy people. Just get some ideas on things that are unique to you, because again, you're unique, and it's you can leverage that, and you can take advantage of that. And there's people who will like you, and that they will know you and trust you, and become part of your ecosystem of sales. So thanks for watching again, and we'll talk soon.